What's happening, everybody? How's it going? I'm not able to hear myself, so just let me know. What's up, Facing?
What up?
How have your hours been since I've talked to you last? That was a question. What are we talking about today?
Just a second, I have a terrible echo. Probably have
Hmm.
multiple. Oh, here we go. Yep, found it.
I
Going
am
great.
your. I couldn't think of what to say during that echo.
Exactly.
Let's see. So, Finbear, I think, is active, and I think Marcus wants to come. Marcus should be heading down here to Texas soon. He's going to visit
Nice.
Austin for, I don't know if it's the first time, but he's coming on down. And basically, this meetup date that's happening on Saturday is revolved around his schedule. So let's do it.
Let's go.
And
Is this the
FYI,
same where
everybody,
Hexray Vision is on, or is it something different? Because he also had something in Texas. I'm not sure where that was. Also, something about a small conference that was set up.
so Hexray hasn't communicated with me, but someone did tell me that Hexray was going to be in this area and that he might stop by.
Ah,
Um,
perfect.
but that's just through the Hex Vine. FYI, guys, everybody, Twitter's giving me shit lately, and it's screwing up a lot of people's accounts. But maybe it's more Texans than other people. I don't know, but they just decided that 3 or 4 nights ago that my Eco Builder account was going to be permanently banned. I appealed to them. They told me that it's coming back up because they claimed that I looked like a bot following and unfollowing really quickly. And I guess the technique there was to get in front of people's eyes with that follow, or to get a refollow or to get a follow back from them, right? Because that's a function on Twitter. Anyway, Twitter hell is happening and we're just having to deal with it. And the way I look at it is, you know, I'm going to say the universe, God, right, works in wonderful ways. You know, this is a way that you pivot, you roll, you keep your momentum, just keep going, guys, whenever you have something coming down like this. And I know that a lot of people in the Hex community have been having some hard times lately. It was evident. There was just a stickiness in the matter that was recognizable. And I'm very sorry. And what I want everybody to realize is that, be good to each other and stick to your morals and lend yourself to others whenever they need a ear. Cool. So Marcus, man, you doing well over there?
Yeah, we're doing all right. Finally was able to make it on a stream. I've been kind of absent the last month and a half or so, but I will be leaving tomorrow, so I should be a good time. Hopefully you make it down there safe. I know they're calling for snow tomorrow, so hopefully I don't get delayed too bad.
And then down here, I think the weather's going to follow you. Somebody told me yesterday in the taco shop that it's going to get, the temperature's going to drop, but like yesterday, it's like 76 degrees, maybe even 80. It's crazy. And that is not without weather modification. They sprayed us 2 days in a row like crazy. I've got tons of pictures. Yeah. I don't know. Every once in a while, I do a Facebook video to try to show my high school buddies, hey, this shit is happening. Pay attention to this. And I have, in the past, I have woken up friends, especially those that lend their ear to me no matter what's going on. Let me go get the chapstick that Marcus sent me so that Marcus can talk about it.
I do, Marcus.
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Can't complain. Pleasure to meet you, man.
It's nice to meet you too. I'm hopefully going to my first Hex event this weekend, so it should be a fun time. Get to go down there and hang out with Davin and meet some other new people and stuff. But I never was a big fan of going to all the events and stuff. And I know my buddy Axis Alive, he goes to a number of events and whatnot, and he's like, "Oh man, you should really go." And I'm just like, I don't want to go to Las Vegas, man. That doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah,
the concrete jungle.
Yeah,
I hate it. I'd much rather go to like Montana or Wyoming or something like that.
Now we're talking. Wyoming. Oh.
Every time I went to Vegas, it was a chore to keep hydrated, find good food. Like you're eating out at really nice restaurants, but then on the street, you can't find a damn thing that's good to eat for you.
What is it, like fast food style food? Rapidly processed stuff?
It's almost like they have an ordinance, a city ordinance that they're not allowed to make food easy for you.
Well, unfortunately.
What have we got here, Marcus?
I think I sent you some lemon eucalyptus ones. I sent you some vanilla ones, some lavender, and spearmint. But yeah, they're all natural ingredients, I suppose, and I believe there's 6 ingredients in them, 6 or 5. I can't remember. I don't have it right on my little notepad next to me, but try to keep the ingredient list as small as possible. That's my goal. Have you tried them?
Yes.
Is it lip balsam or what is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's just lip balm. Yep.
Yeah.
Instant favorite, definitely. I've been using one of these at the house. I think it's this one, the mint one. And it's so interesting. Like a friend of mine down the street, he also has bees, and he's made lip balm, and that was my favorite lip balm ever. It's better than Burt's Bees lip balm. You know, the famous stuff that we buy from the health food store.
Yeah, I try. They're. I'm not really. The market's big enough for everybody to compete, I guess. But my goal is to make an all natural product just to market to people who are not only interested but are concerned with other products that they may not know that they're putting on their skin or in their body or whatnot.
Yeah, man. Much appreciated. How do you? I'm just going to put them on the free handout table. I mean, you'll be here to see, but there is kind of like a limited amount. However, I doubt we need to do it as like a giveaway, like the T-shirts that I haven't yet gotten off the front porch. Suzanne sent T-shirts, 2 of them, those sequin ones that are
Yep.
hex related. I can't wait to unbox those, but we're going to have to figure out a way of gifting those out because they're limited. So like maybe have it to where the Hexicans who want it the most, whoever wants it the most, pays for dinner. I don't know.
Yeah, or a drawing or something like that. Everybody put a number in a hat.
We could have that. We could have it to where like somebody on the live stream, on the other side of it, who's tuning in, could pick the numbers.
That would be decent too.
Sweet. So has anybody heard from Finbear?
He was in chat.
Yeah, he was. So let's just say hi to everybody in the chat. Red Squirrel, what's up? HOA, what's up? Billy the Hexican, what's up, man? Let's see. Turin, what's happening, man? Did you have a meetup yesterday with SJ? Vibra Finance.
What up,
Facing
Adam?
Reality's second, better half.
Yeah, exactly.
What up, Finbear? A bit late. Okay. Diraj, I saw you last night in Twitter Spaces. Do you have any advice for me since I fucking tore that shit to shreds? All right, so
I couldn't take it anymore. I haven't been in Spaces for a long time. Maybe day before yesterday, 10 minutes because somebody invited me, but can't take it anymore.
Okay. Diraj says that he can't make it because of internet connection.
Yeah.
Turin didn't make it to the meetup that was right there next to him. Streaming with
sucks.
Corey. So he didn't make it on time. Next time. Okay, sweet.
Okay.
Well, I've got a lot of ideas and critiques to spread across, and I don't know how much we want to go into it or if we want to have our own topic. Did y'all bring a topic in mind? Marcus, did you have one since you're joining for the first time in a month?
I'm open to anything. I've been kind of just busy with work of late. I haven't really had time to think of much.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Here's one. I looked at the spirals of copper wire in my front lawns, how I had already, it's pretty interesting that I had already done this experiment. So deconstructing portions of this building, there were conduit along the walls and of course, electrical wire in the walls. And so whenever it was that I got the electrical wire with its rubber sleeve, right? Sock.
Yeah,
whatever.
the insulation.
Yeah. Thank you. I wanted to strip the wire and possibly use it for something else, an art project or something. And how do you store the wire that's just like, if you bend it, it stays bent. So I was thinking, oh, well, why don't I just grab a a roll of something like a cardboard interior roll and wrap the wire around it. So I did that, and that was the way that I stored these things. So now I have them like I put a hook at the end of it, and now I have them just hanging around my house. And then one day I was like, well, hey, I'll put them out in the garden. I'll put a few of them out in the garden and try it out. So I wrapped them around the base of trees, and I did it to like 4 or 5 trees. And the one tree that has it to where it's counterclockwise of a spiral, that tree is dead. It's also in a challenging position, that tree was. And we also went through a drought this summer and I'm trying to make it to where the things are the most resistant that I can. So I didn't set up a drip irrigation system. And had I set up a drip irrigation system with tap water running to it instead of rainwater, that would have been bad. So, there's that factor. But we started talking about antennas and what sort of energy we can put in the ground. Because I found a video in YouTube Shorts or somewhere, and I forwarded it over to the group, and I said, hey, what do you guys think? And the idea is that it has a regional charge to the atmosphere, to the ether, and it's a positive thing for growth, ecology wise. What do you guys think about that? Have y'all experienced that sort of thing? That's in the background. Let me preface, or let me say right now, if it is that a copper coil, whenever you're looking down on it and it goes counterclockwise, this is a trivia question. What is it when you're looking upwards? Is it counterclockwise or clockwise?
I don't know. It'd probably be clockwise, wouldn't it?
It's also counterclockwise.
Is it?
Yeah, and for some,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It like made my head like really hurt there for a second.
Yeah.
Whenever I was like trying to judge, like, is this going? Okay, which way is this going? What? So that's pretty interesting, right? So like permanently, if you place something counterclockwise, it is counterclockwise, and if you place this one clockwise, it is clockwise. That was a brain fart, or whatever, just an area of void. All right, so back to the topic of antennas. What do you guys think?
Well, I was one that reacted on that video that you posted. It was something that I was already slowly gathering, and that instant or triggered my response again to go deeper. And now I found so many stuff that I can't even coherently talk about it because it was so much information that I need to segregate out. But what I can tell is that prior to 1820 or 1920 thereabouts, iron tools were not used. It was all brass or copper. And the reason behind it was iron absorbs energy or magnetism, and copper and brass they more guided, or not even amplified, but more guided, so they don't absorb it. So you're actually extracting energy from the soil as soon as you put something that of iron in it. What I also found is that once something is energized, it's electrostatic, and therefore it holds water. So it doesn't even only have properties of giving energy in the soil and therefore get microbiology going. It also inherently therefore makes the soil more water absorbent, or keeps it longer because it's electrostatically charged. That's something that I found interesting.
What inherently what is it? Will you restate the last like paragraph?
Yeah. So, well, everything in nature or matter is inherently electrostatic and can therefore be charged or discharged. So, to give an example of it, if you take your balloon, put it on your head, rub it on your head, you could stick it on the wall. It's now electrically charged. The soil is exactly the same thing. As soon as it's charged, water will stick to it. If you take a magnet and hold it next to a water stream, the water stream will actually bend to that magnet. Water is inherently electrostatic. Everything is. So when you get something, an electrostatic charge, it will hold water. So the soil will retain more water when it's electrostatically charged.
Is this an argument for globe Earth?
No, not even. It's just physics. That's
All
the
right.
beauty of it.
You guys, I've been talking to my dad about globe Earth
Yeah.
or
What
flat Earth
up,
stuff.
Turin?
What's up, Turin?
Yeah.
Hey guys,
What up?
nice to see you.
How you been?
Good. I'm on Hexacode Cloud 9 the last couple days, so I expect to crash any day now. It'll be my Twitter rug tonight. Hopefully not. I haven't raised too many flags yet, but
Yeah.
you know, I'm waiting on joining that club soon.
Let's go.
Getting a Twitter rug.
me a-
I did
do me
my
a favor.
first live last night, so that was a thing.
Yeah, it was fun. I watched it.
So was it on what channel?
Mine.
On yours? Which
yeah,
is
I just Torin-369.
okay.
Um,
At YouTube.
yeah. I had just been putting up clips, cuts from other people's streams, like a few from Hexray, a couple from Coffee, a few from Thoschild. I did like a 10-minute like highlight comedy reel of one of Thos streams with Trap Gravity and Rags to Riches. That was fun. And but people have been asking me to go live. Erwin's been pushing it, like he's gonna be excuse me, a frequent guest, I hope. So
Hell yeah.
we're gonna have some fun. And
Let's go.
yeah, and probably, and it'll be crypto oriented, like tying things back to crypto, back to money, pretty much, and blockchain, but pretty much only Hex. We might talk about some other stuff, in terms of educational, but definitely no promoting anything but Hex. And so yeah, I'm totally excited. Like Wales wants to come on. Rags said he'd help as much as he can. Who else? Gosh, Hexray wants to help out. Like, so that's kind of my goal, is just to help bring people more together. So there's some ideas floating around in the background too, between a bunch of guys that I think could be really helpful to us all. There's something interesting. I mean, I'm telling people about stuff and they're like, well, isn't that your competition? And I'm like, no, these guys are team players. They get it. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, you help me, I help you. And boom.
Exactly.
Awesome.
There's enough room for everybody.
Yeah, fully.
Well, Turin here has the special talents. It's video editing, right?
Well, yeah, I wish I was faster. It's the only issue I have with it is it just takes time, to like.
I think that's everybody else's issue.
Yeah,
and that's why they don't do it. And that's why you're being the bigger man and stepping up and doing this shit.
Well, it's so easy because there's so much gold, like from, excuse me, from Maddie's conference, for instance, like, you could get really overwhelmed, like, okay, what's the best stuff I could clip out of this? Obviously you want to start with Richard, and then there's all the streamers and there's all this gold there. So you could easily get overwhelmed. I'm just like, screw it. That's clip worthy. Boom, put it up there, get her done, and try and do as much as I can. And it's been working really well. One of my shorts the other day got 1,800 views in like 15 hours. It just blew
Nice.
my mind. Yeah, I was like, what?
Let's go.
And
Shorts is killing it, isn't it?
Shorts are the way to go.
Yeah.
whether it's TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, YouTube. And then also, some people need to think about whether they're going to be selfish or selfless with a YouTube channel, maybe even create a new one if it is that you're worried about your existing one changing its content creation. But people like Abit, and I bet Turin is about to do this, put your shorts into a Dropbox so that all the Hexicans can download it and use those shorts for themselves, because we
Absolutely.
can amplify Richard's message with this. And, you know, you can have it to where it's got your little spin of, I say little spin, you can have it to where it's, you know, a certain person's message, and it's straight to the freaking heart. And I think it would be just lovely. Like, I did my first short the other day. It's called Magic Money Machine.
I saw it.
Yep, I seen it.
Yeah, we all saw it. Boom.
I didn't
so
see it.
Oh.
it was in the chat.
it
Like,
short?
that's the reason why these guys saw it. It wasn't like they found it.
No, it was just in
organically,
my
I doubt.
feed. It's
Really?
popped up
Okay.
twice in my short feed. Yeah.
Sweet.
I love it. Yeah,
Mm.
and mine are popping up all the time, even on my alt channels. I'm like, wow, I know it's cool that, YouTube's trying, and I have my history tailoring all that customization stuff off. So of course, the algo's still doing it anyway, but, and they're showing me my own shorts, but the guy that's really leading the charge on this, I think, and has got tremendously good ideas for virality is Furu Finance. Been just pushing the TikTok and YouTube shorts. I'm getting ready. I'm setting up a phone, just for TikTok, like, so it's quarantined from all my other stuff. And I'm gonna play with the Chinese with that one. But anyway, and he's taken the Andrew Tate model, which of marketing, everything else aside, because it's just working. And like what he said, one of the ones in TikTok that's blowing up is what they're doing for the younger kids is they're splitting the videos. So like they'll put Andrew Tate on top and then a video game on the bottom, and to like really capture these short-term memory people's attention, and it's just taking off. So somebody did the same idea. They put Richard on top and a video game underneath, and it's got, I think, millions of views already. Like, it's just
Insane.
ridiculous. So, and what also though is how Tate did it, or how I don't even think it was him. It was the community that made him viral. Like, I think he was banned from everything, so he put out this request or whatever, like, hey, you guys do this, especially if it's not the creator, if it's all the community that's propping up somebody, then the algorithm really goes off with it. So he had all these people that were basically just reposting the same content, and it's really easy to do with TikTok. I haven't started yet, but just from everything I've gathered, a lot of the creators in the community are really cool with just like taking their short or taking their clip and just reposting it on TikTok. And for whatever reason, I guess maybe they just have a ton more people on TikTok. It's just more popular now. So it's something we can't ignore, unfortunately. Just quarantine properly.
What's up, Crypto Truth?
Truth,
What's up?
hey.
Moon Boys Are Us. I love that. Moon Boys Are Us. I actually bought it one time. I bought Moon Boys dot like XYZ or something like that. Not really sure what I was going to do in the space. Let's see. HOA makes a comment in our chat about Crypto Truth getting a wrench. Recently, I visited the permissions in the Hex Guild, Hex Foodies on YouTube, in order to give Dirage Manager capabilities. And so that makes it to where I can just allow him to be a manager without giving him any of the background passwords. And because whenever I did give him passwords, then they were shooting me emails asking me for permission to my like cell phone and stuff. So what I need to say about getting a wrench, I would have given all of you a wrench, but for some reason, YouTube was not playing with me in allowing me to search for y'all's names. But Crypto Truth had such, I guess there's nobody else with truth in crypto because it popped up immediately. So if you guys want to wrench, hound me inside of the t.me/Hex Foodies guild chat, please. Because I'm going to do that because we're still such a small niche community. You know, you have to find Hex, then you have to find the community, then you have to find our special little group in Telegram. So back to the guy that, what is his name again? Furu Finance, the guy who's really pushing the shorts. And did he have a presentation on Maddie's conference about shorts? Was that what his talk was about? Because I know he had a talk, and then later on he was pushing shorts. But did he present to the whole community his ideas of shorts?
Well, he has his channel and he talks about it a lot on his channel, and then like every time I've seen him, he talks about it. So he was on I have a clip about it. Let's see, he was on Hexray and it just like hammered it in over and over on Hexray's show, and then he was on Coffee Show talking about it. Yeah, he's been going on about it for on other people's streams. Yeah, he's really busting out and and helping a lot. And so yeah, he's been hammering it for a while, but like it's one of those things that repetition is important, because like even the first time I heard him talk about it, I'm like, yeah, he's got it figured out and dialed in. And then I, kind of brushed it aside. I'm like, yeah, I'll get to the shorts, and maybe TikTok. But after this last time I saw him on Hexray, I was like, he's totally got it. And yeah, I can do this. I'll just set up a different device, easy peasy, and get it going. So yeah, it's a lot of people I think are picking it up. Like it really feels like we're just going more and more viral every day. Like I'm blown away. I got 1,800 views on a short when like I have 40 subscribers at the time, and I gained like 15 more overnight. Like that blew my mind. Like, just wow, this community is just rocking it. It's amazing.
So do you think that those people that you gained subscriptions from were inside of our Hex community, already knew?
Yeah,
Richard. Okay.
I think so, probably. Well, I started looking at the analytics pretty heavy last night, and
okay.
Most people I can't see who they are, but I have subscribers that I've never heard of before, and I don't know where they came from. Never seen them in the community.
Some of them you can click on them and go to their YouTube and see how many subscribers they have, and then who they subscribe to as well. So you're able to get a gist of
I need to
what content they've got.
Dive into that more. The analytics are showing that like I'm getting definitely, it looks like some outside traffic, especially on that one short. I don't know where all those came from. I'm still learning, of course. Like I made a short of Hexray, but I had to make a clip from his channel first, and I asked him so that I could edit it into a short. So I posted, and this is how I've been doing it. I post the longer clip and then a shorter short from that clip. So I looked at one short and it was doing pretty well, and I thought it was because he shared it because of the way they labeled it in the analytics. But it was a share from a remix from myself. So it was actually just me giving me my own props or giving me my own traffic. It's really like it didn't have anything to do with nobody else has shared it yet. Thothschild and I are working on doing some collaborative sharing already. We'll repost the same thing on multiple channels. And then ultimately, like you said, I would love to set up a Dropbox or some repository where we could put like Patrice von Paris is an audio master, DJ, the man, especially with OBS and everything, producer extraordinaire, and he's looking for audio clips of you know, sound-worthy audio clips from Hexicans, you know, Richard, of course, and other stuff. Like, so that could be, and I want to, and there's stuff that I'm cutting that I'm not posting either, that somebody else could, you know, add to part of their video or something like that. So yeah, definitely, I'm not sure what would be easiest and fastest to, you know, to do that, to make a place where we can like what I do is I just give Thoschild videos on Telegram, and then he can choose, you know, what to do with them. And that's actually a handy way to do it, because once you've uploaded it to Telegram once, then you can just forward it around to different channels or different people. And it's, you know, it doesn't have to be re-uploaded every time. So we could have it like a Telegram channel that's just for like open source marketing videos, photos, memes, whatever people want to create that, you know, streamers could free use and throw into their streams.
What,
I don't
would you
know.
call that? What would you call it? Hex Shorts? You know, t.me/hex shorts.
Yeah. I mean, because that's ultimately what you want to promote, right? People doing the shorts. And so if they don't have content, like if they have to do it the way I'm doing it, where they have to clip it and upload it to their channel first, and then to make it into a short, if they had videos already to pull from Telegram, I'm trying to game that out, because yeah, you can clip other people's channels, but you can't make shorts from other people's channels. I wish you could. That would make it so much easier, because then we could just repost the same short over and over, no problem, on different channels. So you can basically just screen record the short too. I wonder, because when you record the short, you could probably record a screen recording, so you could play the short and post it at the same time. You see what I'm saying?
How do you use screen record? Because whenever you say that, I don't know if you're talking about on the computer or on your
No,
cell
no,
phone.
mobile. All of these clips that I've done, I just do from a mobile. I jack up the quality as high as it'll go, and then I use an Android, and it's built into the newer Android systems. Then it drop down like where your widgets are with, you know, Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or whatever. So it's I live clip sometimes that way. I'll be watching on my phone, and I can just pause it, turn it, like usually I'll back up whatever it is 10 or 20 seconds to where I want to start from, hit the screen recording, record that section, then pop it on 2x and catch back up. And then I have my clip ready to go. I posted one while Furu was going on about it, you know, during that stream on Hexray. I kind of wanted to point out to people how easy it can be, you know, so I did it right then in the middle of the stream, and caught right back up. And so it was, but that's neurotic as hell. I mean, like, I would not want to be doing that every day. Like, every so often it's fun, like, to just be like, yeah, this is great, and, you know, show the virality to YouTube, like, yeah, this is already getting shared in motion, you know. And then but yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking. I think the more I get used to doing it, I'll be able to do it faster. And I think TikTok's honestly easier, just from what people are telling me, what Furu says. And so yeah, I need to dive into that. That needs to be top of the list, really. Good.
Daraj says that he's a free rider while you guys are working. So who is Patrice?
Patrice Von Paris is usually around the discourse community, but he's in and out, because he's like, he was on vacation, and I didn't see him for, it seemed like 2 weeks. It was probably like 4 days, but he yeah, I think he streams his sets, like DJing sets, because his setup is awesome. He's using OBS, but he has his background with an animated Hex logo that's like breathing with his music, so he can play music and stream it, and then his background is in sync and vibrating with his music, and it's a Hex logo. It's like, yeah, he's off the charts, but he's yeah, mainly see him in discourse shows. And then, but I saw him. I think he was in Hilarski's stream yesterday, and yeah, he's kind of come and go sometimes, I think. But
Marcus
there's
just
so
let
many.
us know that he had to drop off. Finbear is letting us know that he's about to come on.
Awesome.
Nice.
Come on, Finbear.
Isn't there a program
know
where
how
you
to
can download the whole YouTube video and then
Yeah.
use it as a file and then
Yeah, I haven't messed with those.
Finbear
I didn't want to
showed me,
make.
over on Telegram, you can join this this YouTube clip. Let's see, you can become friends with a YouTube clipper bot, and then you send that clipper bot the link to the YouTube channel or the YouTube video that you
Yeah.
want to cut, and you tell it to cut from this place to this place, and it
Really?
sends you back a file.
Huh.
Here you go. That's instant. And it goes by
Yeah.
seconds then probably. Yeah.
Well, I think
So
I
if
could
you
do it just
guys,
as fast on my phone myself, because
yeah,
honestly, I have to know what I want to clip, so I have to be listening to it. And so my sliders on my video editor, the built-in video editor, I have no special program. I just pull the slider to start and stop,
Yeah.
and then it saves it like almost immediately. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to do anything. I just so I don't even worry. I used to try and make my clips like my screen recording right on. I was trying to time it, and that was taking so much time. And then I realized when I really started playing with that editor, and I saw how fast and easy it was. I just clip close so that I don't waste much time. And then when I play it back, it usually only takes 1 or 2 times to find the beginning, and then clean up the end, and it's done. Like, I just drag my 2 sliders, hit save, and then post, and it's super fast. I don't have to go anywhere or use anything else. It just that built-in screen recorder makes it super handy. Like I actually avoided kind of doing the whole download YouTube and everything because I just thought it would be too slow and clunky. And then I felt like if YouTube didn't give me the option to download the file right there as it is, and I have to use a secondary app, like I didn't want to make YouTube mad. Like, they may know I'm screen recording, and I mean, ultimately you can use stuff that has the right license, and that's the other issue too, is like I didn't want to download stuff that had licenses where I couldn't. I'm trying to be really careful. I'm doing original tracks I'm not going to play any copyrighted music or use any copyrighted images. Everything will be absolutely original. So I just don't have, like, I've been a creator my whole life. And like, so a lot of it is from that side of things. Like I want to make sure people get their credit and their due, so I've asked all the channel owners before I use stuff from their channels just to be, I think it's just a respect thing. But and there's so much opportunity with the musicians we have and the graphic designers and the
Yeah.
photographers, and like, oh man, we can be lit with all original content, like between us all. Like, that's the general movement, I think. So it's
Yeah.
awesome.
If I can help you in any way with something, I got a pretty powerful machine. So if I need to edit something for you or whatever, or just let
I'm
me know,
amazed
teach
this.
me or whatever, I can help
Well,
where I can.
yeah, it's interesting. I've had a couple thoughts about what we can do on stream in terms of
Oh,
like
yeah.
almost giving lessons or giving classes. Like, we could learn stuff together on stream and get people going. There's, especially with the AI, like that clipper
That's
bot, there
insane.
are amazing tools coming up for content creating that really are starting to bridge these gaps between the creativity and the transformation into tech, into digital. Like, it's been a road. When I got into photography there was no digital. I learned everything old school, manual, shot with no meters. And now watching this whole transformation is incredible. And music too. I mean, yeah, so we're on fire. Love it.
Shout out to Paul Sachs. He's in the chat.
Oh, by the way, almost forgot. Here we go.
Ooh, the suspense. yes, they came in. Yes.
Yep, today.
Okay.
Wow.
Freaking perfect.
All right, I have
Awesome.
to have reviews, please. Tell me what do you think about it? Oh, that didn't show up at all.
Yeah, I need to.
All right,
There it is.
business cards and certificates.
Wow.
Yep. Freaking
Okay,
perfect.
so
In the Netherlands.
fucked up those certificates. They're supposed
Yeah,
to
they're
be
small.
a little bit larger. They're supposed to fit
yeah.
the dollar bill size. But because it was the first edition, I just let it go. I would like for it to be a little bit different paper so that it can more easily take on new ink that you're going to write on there, because a dollar bill is clearly a different texture. So the idea is that you put your email address right there in that middle void, and you give that certificate to somebody who you want to sponsor, somebody that you think is already interested in following up, but you're not quite sure. And the idea is that you pass it to them, and that's a promise that you're going to pass them a 5-year tokenized with HSI tokenized stake, 5-year, because it says 5-year on there. So the increment in the corners. But how do you? Okay, so
The quality
yeah,
is amazing.
cool.
You already feel that it's not just general paper, and the
And how
sort
about
of
that gold
watermarks.
stamp? How about that gold
Exactly, the
stamp?
gold stamps on the corners. It's freaking epic.
So the reason why the gold stamp doesn't
Yeah.
perfectly fit the thing is because they fucked up at the printer. You know what I mean? Because I made a rubber stamp. I had a custom made rubber stamp, and I matched it perfect size, and then they printed it off the wrong size.
No, but they look amazing. They truly do.
Yeah, it's so
Thank you.
cool. I love that. I've been following that in the Telegram. Wasn't it? Yeah.
And the cards are really nice. They are really sharp, and I love it.
So on the back side, so here's my email address in there already. Go ahead and fill it out so that you don't have to fill it out on the spot, and the ink's already dried, right? And then on the other side, there's all of these YouTubers that are hexicans that people can follow up with to get more information about hex. Finbear, what's up?
Yeah. Twin
Let's
bear.
go. Finally.
There's the man.
We're not brothers, even though we look the same. Me and Tori.
We are brothers.
There's been rumors
cousins.
going around. Yeah, second cousin.
Yep. I need to go get a gray beanie now.
Let me show you why I'm a bit late.
CGI it.
Yeah.
Check it. I got like what's this? Is it like maybe 5/8 of an inch or something? It's a gouge.
Oh yeah, gouge. Yeah, beautiful.
Oh,
Okay.
High
I
carbon
thought that was a
steel.
full circle.
Yeah, it's like not quite a semicircle, but a portion of the arc anyway.
is that for the wood turning or just regular
No, this is for like regular stuff.
stuff?
If it was for wood turning, the handle is usually
Longer handle, yeah.
a lot longer. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they like the leverage.
Yep.
But yeah,
That's
I'm
something
gonna.
I've always wanted to
I
do.
think I'm gonna
Me too.
try to whip out. I'm gonna try to whip out a couple of chairs. I could actually
Well.
show you guys a drawing I made. I'm gonna go and get it because although you guys were pretty interesting there towards the end, there's always time
And he's
There's
out.
always time for what?
It's gonna
man.
leave us.
In
It's gonna leave us
suspense.
hanging. Yep. There's
All right,
always-
so Paul Sachs says that he was there with SJ and Jesse last
Wow.
night. I don't know
I
what
didn't know-
Jesse that is.
Jesse, Power City. I didn't know he was gonna show. I asked Paul, and he's like, "Oh no, it's just gonna be them and SJ." But Jesse did message me, and this is how bad I am at Twitter. I didn't even notice it. I thought it was in a group chat. I wasn't expecting a direct message from him, but he asked me where it was, and I didn't respond till way later. I guess he must be close in that area.
I thought he was. Is it Just Ask It Jesse?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was Australian.
No,
Okay. All right. Cool.
no, he.
We learn something every day.
All right.
Well, you know what? I'm not.
About-
I'm gonna say
rumors and shit.
95% nope. But that's
So Paul,
yeah.
who else was
just
there?
just ask Jesse. I think he's American because wasn't he in
He
in
looks
the
Latino a little bit,
SEALs
right?
or something? Yeah, but I think he's been in the Marines or the Navy or one or the other.
I don't know. Thoughts always says CIA, but I can't tell if he's half joking or not. But
Everybody's fucking from the Navy. If you're military and you're in our Hex
Nah.
community, you're Navy
I'm
typically.
no squid. I'm no squid.
Okay, so check this out.
And our eyes are on all of you, by the way. We're gonna fucking figure it out. What's up?
So check this out. We've seen log like sitting stools like this, like kind of not like a step stool, because the ones that I've seen are really clunky and heavy and like crappy, like really bad. But basically, it's like 4 beams that are held together by these pretty substantial wooden pegs, right? I didn't draw them on all of the sides. I just drew 2 pegs on one of the sides, but it's gonna be in all of them. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it hollow on the inside, so it's gonna look like it's solid, and it's gonna have like maybe a 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter crack between the individual posts. So it's small enough when you sit on it, it's comfortable. But when you see through the crack, you see that it's somehow weird on the inside. But I'm sort of counting on the crack being so small that you can't make it, but somehow it looks weird on the inside. And if I make it sort of thin enough on sort of the wall thickness of the material, it's gonna be hollow in a way that if you tap on the side, it's gonna ring kind of like a drum.
Oh
But
wow.
basically, it's like a sitting stool that looks like it's made of these 4 regular posts. But then when you get closer to it, there's like more to it than what meets the eye. So
Are
that
the
was
pegs hollow as well?
sorry.
Are the
Yeah,
pegs
all of
hollow
them
as
are
well?
hollow.
But the
All
pegs
of
So
them
it has
are hollow
male
on the.
and female pieces,
yeah.
right?
So the sound will
No,
travel through all of them.
they're all identical. So
No, I
like
mean the
if you
pegs that
imagine
is
that you
connecting
put
them.
yeah
They're all,
they're
the
they're
pegs
like
that connecting them, they're also hollow. So when you
no,
drum on
they're
them, their
solid.
sound will go through all of them, or no?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
solid.
perfect.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. But should be easy enough to get something like that done. And it's super easy on paper, which is where I do most of
That's
my
usually
best
how
work.
it starts.
I do my best work on paper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Second best is
Absolutely.
ideas. I'm an innovator, but somebody else can do the heavy lifting.
So before one of the Vegas meetups,
wow.
I had to like basically pull Finbear's teeth in order to get me a tattoo design, fake tattoo design, where he's got the heart with the 555 in the middle of it, and everybody loves that tattoo, by the way. But you know,
do you
it
still
took
have
me
those?
to like. Yeah, and I'll have them here to hand out this Saturday. But it took me to like threaten Finbear to get a napkin
Yeah.
sketch. You know, just to get a napkin sketch.
I'm gonna pay a guy, and I was like, God damn it! Don't pay a guy. I'll draw something. If he's gonna pay a guy, God, I guess I'll draw it right now. Yeah, it took too long.
On this topic of like who is in our community, I think that a good measure is the person selfless or is the person selfish? And you know, we're able to over time, we're able to see the track record of these people, and then that should speak for itself. Should we participate with them or not? So think about that, guys. Like this level of like how we testing our influencers. Are you selfless or are you selfish? And that should direct us perfectly. Because something that I was communicating with Trap Gravity about recently was like, how much do I actually need to trust you as a Hexagon? And I actually did a stream on the Hex Futures channel last night where I'm saying,
that on the replay.
Dude, I had so much shit to get off my chest. How much as a Hexagon, like how much do I really need to trust everybody on the screen right here or in the chat? I don't.
No.
I just need to keep doing my thing.
Yeah.
And if
the worst thing is people fall out with each other, but the code is still gonna do what the code does for everybody.
Exactly. And we all have stakes in that code, and we're all taken care of by that code. So like trust in code, trust in God, and just continue to stay active, to keep the momentum going, to roll with the punches, to you know,
100%. I said the same thing on Corey's stream yesterday, and it
because I've got my seed phrases. I'm not trusting
Nobody
you
can kick you out of Hexaco. He asked me what made you join Hexaco, and I said, well, I didn't, because you can't be kicked out, so you can't really even join. And you know, like Hexaco is separate from the hex code. Like anything can go on in Hexaco, not going to touch your stakes, not going to affect your stakes. So it's like that gives us freedom. You know what I mean? Like there's nobody can fuck with you.
If it gets really bad,
so be yourself.
If it gets really bad, we just unplug our shit and we do our things somewhere more private than on
one
online
step further than
platforms.
that. Why is it that Richard only speaks to us in code? Like why is it that he only speaks to us in a way of guidance? It's because if he told us exactly what to do, some lazy ass would go migrate to that
managerial.
position,
That's
on it.
managerial effort. That's
instead,
one of the how we test legs.
Instead, we need to organically find the place where we're supposed to be. We need to organically develop ourselves. Lately he's been talking shit about drinking. You know, like why is it? Let's see, his tweet was something like, not drinking alcohol is like a superpower while everybody else is drinking alcohol. And before he's told us about smoking pot, you know, like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've been clean for about a week.
Let's go.
Let's fucking
Perfect.
go.
I need to do that shit as well.
Edgier eco builder.
Exactly.
Don't fuck with him, man.
He's going straight
immediately.
Punk.
A week after, and the dude is already having like 1 hour, 40-minute rants online. Like, fuck you guys. And another thing. What the fuck's this?
Flip that.
Like I enjoyed it. It was
too.
good. I liked it.
And I think I was from the beginning yesterday, and I didn't want to say hi in chat because he was already going on so smoothly. I thought I don't want to break him up.
I
And
don't
then
know
when
if
he
I
said,
was
"Nobody's
was I a
here,"
bit.
so I thought, you know what?
Yeah, I think I remember.
Uh,
I think I might have replied something
yeah.
when you were asking, is anybody here?
I just
But I
saw
might
a
have
big
fallen
zero up in
asleep.
the corner.
Yeah.
I might have fallen asleep during the stream. And the missus has a nasty habit that she takes the phone from my hand and switches off the phone completely. And I'm like, dude, you don't switch off. That's like a one entire viewer. You just plug in the phone, take out the sound, leave it on the table running. Like my dude needs the viewer, man. Otherwise, like Hex Streamers is not gonna pick it up. You need at least two.
Right in front of me, and I still saw a zero up in the top corner because
Yeah, I think it.
that's the top corner that I'm talking about right there, where the viewers are.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Six
yeah, oh,
one
yeah.
C.
We don't see that. We only see how long we've been going live.
I wanted you guys to see that American flag over there on the next block.
Awesome.
Oh man,
You want to hear
warns the
something
cockles
funny?
of
In the
my
Netherlands, we're not
special
even allowed
place.
to raise the flag.
What?
Oh, really?
I'm not joking. It's
Yeah,
only
it
on
sounds.
certain days where it's allowed, where we can
It
actually
sounds
raise the flag.
racist. Yeah, it's probably racist if you raise it on any other
Oh,
day.
it's
Mhm.
so stupid.
Yep.
Torin gets
Wow.
it. Yeah, he gets it. That's super racist. How dare
Yeah,
you?
absolutely.
How dare you?
Yeah, exactly.
No
Give
fat
me your
flags.
give me your farmland, you
If you
bastard.
don't
How
know the
dare you?
pronouns of a flag, then you can't raise it. It's fucked up world, man.
Ah,
Oh man,
that's funny.
I have this crazy script idea for a movie. I wanna find somebody who's a talented writer who can help me whip up like a storyboard type of a thing. Oh man, the world
What?
is going fucking nuts.
I know.
That's
Mexico
something.
is becoming more prevalent by the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Hexico has gotten quite a bit richer over the last couple of
Mhm.
days. My
Also.
my farm gained a few hectares, I can tell you guys.
All right. Awesome.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. Like the next leg up, guys. Like fucking minds are gonna be blown. I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah.
Like think of all the squids who have been slumming it out after
Mhm.
being millionaires on paper, and next
Well, look
time
how
they're
much
gonna
money
be
is out right now.
they're gonna be in tens of millions of dollars next time, and
The
still
people that
most of them are staked. Like most of the squids are staked for a long time, so they're gonna be squids for a long time until eventually they're gonna start moving up in rank just because like the sharks and the dolphins are just gonna end stake, and even
Yeah.
with the restaking they're gonna end up with less t-shares. That's gonna push them up higher.
the people that held through the whole run, once you get back to previous all-time highs, then you're back within your portfolio that's already, if you'd stake within Hex, way bigger. And that's just the start of it. So where your
Yeah.
euphoria was at the previous all-time high, it's gonna be the start of the next run. So what comes after your portfolio is back at what you were used to seeing. What you're gonna see
Yeah.
afterwards, it's gonna blow your mind.
Yeah, it's gonna be a wild ride next time.
Yes.
And then you're gonna have all the other like yielding
Mhm.
tokens like PulseX and Pulse, and oh man,
you
let me
guys-
tell you.
Anybody catch the news yet? From the DOJ briefing on crypto today.
No, not yet.
Hexologist is streaming about it right now, I believe. But yeah, and I think he must have watched it and gotten the news and thought that it was bullish enough that he made his whole made it the focus of his stream and the thumbnail and the whole 9 yards. So I think like they went after an exchange that was I had never heard of it. crypto bingo or some funny name. Like, I mean, that's totally not even close. But it was, yeah, they shut down or they arrested the head of that exchange. And then there was more announcements, but I turned it off because I think this stream came on. So, but yeah, DOJ I think made some announcements that were good for us.
Nice.
No,
Yeah,
didn't
might
hear
be it.
anything about it.
well, that might be a start too. I mean, because they were, from what I heard, they were focused on or paying attention to the sentiment. They, the negative sentiment towards crypto, and they were trying to reverse that. In this lady's words, I'm like, what? Okay, great. And so
Yeah,
that could
go on.
actually
Reverse
start
it.
to, yeah. Well, that could make the reversal. Like, I mean, this really could be. I don't really care until we're like starting to get back into, my plans are the same regardless of whatever they say about, whatever the narratives come out, whatever the media says.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You're gonna get more sheep. We know. At least 50 more. I'm gonna get a couple of sheeps into your herd. Few
the
views.
coyotes are
I'm
so
gonna
it's a
spon-
wolf.
I'm gonna
It's an
sponsor
actual
them.
wolf. I saw him today again, and couldn't get a shot at him. But yeah, they've killed all my females now, and I have
Motherfucker.
yeah, 2 rams left that they're going ape. And I mean, I spent 2 nights ago, I stayed out all night. I mean, these bags like just keep getting worse day by day. I
Dude,
stayed out all night.
it doesn't matter how long you have the rams out there. You're not gonna get any baby lambs if you don't have any ewes. They've tested it in Sweden for years. It never happens.
No, you're wrong, man. One of them is gonna start identifying as female when there's only 2. Eventually,
Yeah.
because they both have wombs. So
yeah, they just want
they just
will
have
it
to
into
figure out,
existence. I want to have babies. It's my right as a man. Yeah, damn it.
Yep, me too. I just don't want to birth them.
Stupid.
I'm lucky. I got them and didn't have to birth them. Just the way I wanted. I had them. I just didn't birth them.
Yeah. It's much better having them that way.
Yes. Go on.
Dear.
There goes the puppy. Awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Did you guys have anything else? Oh yeah, there's probably still some stuff to talk about regarding the
I wanted
decision.
to say that
I didn't even know what the decision was.
No.
I just heard that it might be bullish for us, and I'm taking everybody's word for it. But what did they decide?
Yeah. Well,
we're just gonna
somebody
kill
go
the
figure it out. Maybe I'll
we'll bomb Finland, and then we'll call it quits and world peace. And everybody's like, "Yeah, we solved it. It's good for most of us Mexicans." No, I'm like, what? Bomb the who?
We're doing it for you.
We're doing it for world peace, man. Just duck and cover when you hear the whistling. Okay.
They're gonna get everybody to love sexes again just before it gets all wrecked all over again.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's all good. See, we fixed it. It's all good. Go put your money in.
Yeah. I had this great meme summary of the history of feminism. Like the 3 waves of feminism. We're suffering through the 3rd one, but the first one was like, hey guys, maybe women could do something else besides do the dishes. Then the 2nd wave of feminism was guys can do the dishes too. And then 3rd wave of feminism is anybody who does the dishes is a woman. That's it, like wrapped in a nutshell. So I'm all for
That's so
feminism if you go to the first and maybe some of the second wave. But this third wave stuff
Well, that's
is
probably
really,
a good
it's
thing then,
kind of
because
high
most
level
people
for me.
don't do dishes anymore. They just eat out. So we must all be becoming men.
You guys eat out. We never eat out.
I just
Like
don't eat
I
because I
cook.
don't do
I
dishes
cook
and I
every
don't eat
day.
out. So
I cook every day.
Here's the next one. You trust a machine to do the dishes.
Ooh, yeah, well,
Yeah. Mm.
true. And a
I
bunch of
would
chemicals.
trust the machine to do a lot of stuff around the house if it, if they weren't such
Like take
fucking
pictures
death
of you in the
traps.
potty.
Or do it like the old days, just cook on top of a stone, take a banana leaf to eat out of. You don't have to
Yeah.
do any dishes.
Yep.
Stop
Works
wiping
perfectly
your
fine.
ass and shaving your face. Live like a real man.
So here's something that I ran
Like
across
Timbo.
recently on Twitter. I was scrolling. This girl says this is why communism doesn't work. So a professor was able, like a professor who typically passes everyone in the class, was able to fail everyone in the class because in the beginning, the professor was asked, will you please run, how was it? Will you please run the classroom like communism? Like everybody in the classroom wanted communism or socialism. So the professor says, "Oh, you guys want to do that?" And it was a government class in order to teach them about this. So, "Oh, you guys want to do this? Okay, let's do that." So, how about this? Let's average out everybody's grade on tests. Everybody agree to that? Yes, everybody agrees to that. All right. So, the first test comes around. Some people studied, some people didn't as much. The average grade was a B because the A students were averaged down to a B. So
That happened
the
to
A
me.
students were fucking pissed off, and the lower testing people were raised up, and they were like, "Yeah, this is pretty cool. Let's keep doing this. This is awesome." So the lower people study less. The A students, less of them gave a shit. So then the next average score was a D on the second test. And then it just continued to happen. The third test, the average score was an F, and it just kept getting lower and lower and lower.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the professor was able to fail everyone.
That's
Yep.
very reminiscent of the book Zen and the Art of
Art of
Motorcycle
Motorcycle
mechanic.
Maintenance or
Yeah,
something.
maintenance. Yep.
I read it when I was in my late teens or something.
Me too.
And
I read it at
yeah,
26.
well, still good that we all read it. I bet there's a lot of kids now who are like, it was before my time, so it's not like I don't ever have to
Books?
read it
What's a book?
because it was written. It's not on. Is it on audio book? I don't usually read. My eyes are too fast for books. and
Even the
paper.
people that read it, I don't think they actually digested it
I
and
don't read
understood it.
because I don't like the voice in my head that reads the text. He stutters and he's too slow.
Wow.
But I have that till this
God.
day.
That's my
I'm
excuse.
sorry. That's horrible. How do you suffer through that, Finn? What do you? Is that why you just listen? That's
I
why you're
just
on stream
drink
all
as
the
much
time.
as I
So
can,
okay,
as fast as I can.
that'll
Usually it
work.
helps. Yeah.
That'll
Oh,
work.
it works for a while. It works for a while, but
Oh,
people
but-
start noticing.
When we finally die in like 200 years, they're going to dissect our brains and be like, "Whoa, these people's
Wow.
brains
Yeah,
were
something's fucked
interesting."
There's something seriously fucked up with this one. Like this is 40%.
Basic reality's like
Jam-
laughing his
jam
ass off
donut.
so bad he can't show himself.
I think he's probably got a puddle underneath him now.
Yeah. I remember as a kid we were in school and at school lunch, which we get over here for free. Everybody eats the same shit. I made my friend laugh. We were eating pea soup, which is like this green thick soup with peas and like smoked pork cubed in it. It's quite lovely. And I said something funny as my friend was taking a sip of his milk and made him laugh. And the dude pursed that green shit out his fucking nose, and he was spitting out peas or like blowing out peas from his nose during the next class. That was like a 15 point. I don't know. You come up with the rest of it.
We just double teamed him in the chat.
Yeah, boom.
Except I didn't know how to spell maintenance, so you beat me.
I don't think I do either. That was probably the bot did it for me.
That's looks like you guys aced it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both
They
of you.
actually did that
Way to go,
test
spell check.
when I was in school, Davin, but it was more minor. It was like a couple day thing. It was like just a little test and it didn't count. It was they illustrated the same thing. It was actually I actually did get some pretty little decent gems in school because they used that to illustrate how that doesn't work, you know.
Oh, okay.
One other book. Tell me if you guys read it. Did you guys read Slaughterhouse Number 5?
Mm-mm.
I don't think I ever did.
Kurt Vonnegut's book. It's about the bombing of Dresden. And there's this guy who gets abducted by aliens with a really hot chick from the 50s, and he's taken to an alien planet to live in a zoo where they get to have babies and shit. But that's beside the point.
You gave us time first.
It also is about the bombing of Dresden, and it's a really good book. But I was just wondering because they really shoved it on us when I was in high school. I was wondering if that's like a global thing.
A lot of it is, but not that one. Actually,
Yeah.
I think.
And then I looked into Dresden and what it looked like before it was bombed. And dude, that town was fucking beautiful. That was like Gothic, like hand carved stone and shit from end to end. It was and completely neutral. There was nothing military going on over there, and it was full of civilians, and they bombed the living fuck out of it. There was nothing left of the city.
Wow.
I figured why not end on a high note.
Well, hey, what
That was
about
a
Brave New
roaring
World? Was
success.
that passed around? Aldous Huxley's books, were those passed around at all?
Yeah, and
Really?
and also the Animal Farm and stuff like that.
That's
Wow.
G. Wells, right? H.G. Wells.
I think it
Animal
was,
Farm.
I don't remember.
Well, I wanted to say on stream that facing reality, man, I'm trying to figure out ways of appealing to my niece and my nephew, and I believe maps will appeal to both of them because one's a Libra and one's a
Sagittarius.
what is
Asshole.
he? Yes, a Sagittarius.
Asshole.
Exactly. He's got this little grin to him. He's like,
That's an asshole. Typical.
So I went on Amazon because my
Ascending
sister's over
asshole.
in DC with the kids. So I went on Amazon and I got them one of the 1553 or 1538 maps and sent it over to them. And my sister sends me this text message yesterday and says, it's a really pretty map, poster size, but it was shrunk down. They say in the fine text that this thing is 10 foot by 10 foot map, and they scan it, of course, and shrink it down. So I think this thing's only like 30 inches or 25 inches or something like that. But my sister says that she's thinking about framing it. And I'm thrilled that she's not opposed to putting it inside. And so it's literally like there is no ice wall. Instead, it's uniced lands around in a circle. And
Correct.
there's little boats and little fish and little cities and stuff. So I can't wait to hear how they think of it. But it's all to free the mind of my niece, because I've been telling her for the longest time that there's a door here, like go and meditate.
Nice.
But like I just slow her towards it, and then she like the last time I saw her, she was just like, I don't listen to your blah blah blah. You know, she's old enough to bite back now. She's like 7 years old.
Oh, then I got some really nice maps for you that are specially dedicated for children.
Awesome.
I will send them to you.
And the only other Sagittarius that is a male, like my nephew's is the Sagittarius. The only other person that I've spent a little bit of time around, he specialized over there at Ohio State in GIS, that's Geographical Information Systems. So he was a mapper. So I was thinking like, you know, down that path to where he's intrigued by the visual arts in that way, like the information inside the visual arts. But yeah, I'd love to see that. Thanks for forwarding that.
The one behind me is one of them, but this is more the geographical one.
Also, speaking about zodiacs, I've started a list of people who are interested in offering up their zodiacs so that we can better understand how to organize ourselves, like just take a shortcut. Because of course some of us are going to work well together and some of us won't. And so that's a Google spreadsheet that I've got over, of course, on, I don't think it's on the Hex Guild Google account, but it's the same way that I've laid out the HSI stakes to let everybody know where these wallets are. And then I need to make that shareable so that you can just copy and paste the stuff instead of just looking at it in a JPEG. But let's see, we should be coming up on the spring. Like in just 3 months, we should be coming up on the first one. That'll be really interesting to see what the value of that is. If it's just going to be like 75% of what the value was.
No, I think it's going to be more.
Cool.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So
It's a good reminder.
Starting of the new year, April Fools.
It's something like that, like April 14th or something.
Cool. Good reminder. I gotta start planting shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
I got a lot of
almost
square
February.
feet to cover next spring. A lot. I got a greenhouse. I got like.
You should buy a drone, dude, or put a camera on a pole. That would be cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what I was thinking to hunt as well, to guard your sheep. Nowadays, drones are completely autonomous, so you could actually have
just
them
put a knife
go up
on
on motion
Yeah,
sensor.
no, actually, that's a really
Just
good
put
idea. I
knives
could
on
use it.
Put knives on a
No,
drone.
all I need is
drop,
I just need
drop
it for
them
Yes.
at the
spotting.
wolf from just high enough.
I just
Have a
need
drone
it to
work for us.
find him.
Yeah.
All right, you guys wait. It's not going to be long. I'm going to have that guy, that dude, because like, yeah.
What about
he's
night
kind of
vision
the-
on a drone?
Well,
Yeah.
honestly, if I had thermal, it would have been a done deal already. Like I should put that. I should probably. I don't know.
Could you get him? Is it legal to trap them?
Yeah, the problem is I have one livestock guardian dog that was gone for 3 days. Like he was only down there 125 yards away, but he was fighting with this thing for one of them. I finally realized that's what bit him. He had a bite mark in him that big. One of my dogs, in his shoulder, and so anything that might trap it is going to probably trap my dogs too. It's a real I had this issue with one of these before, and I had a wildlife expert I went over everything with him, and he's like, yeah, there are Mexican red wolves that come up. They're just, we don't talk about them much because they're sporadic enough that. And then there's
Yeah,
hybrids,
and they're Mexican, so it's racist. You don't talk about
yeah,
the Mexican wolves.
You
I
can
just
only
have
say
too much.
Mexican in Texas without being racist.
Oh well, there you go. I guess I got another strike, but
It's not on your channel, so you're fine.
Yeah. I'll take the heat.
Yeah.
You can say
You
whatever
can
you
say
want
all
now.
you can say all the good ones, man.
yeah, I'm gonna I
Ginger.
just have to spend time out there. Like the thing is there's so much cover. I only get to see him for a second or two at a time, so I have to be watching. I have to be ready. Like I'm gonna have to shoot him. There's no other way I can get him shorter. Like, so the drone is actually a really good idea because I could spot him that way. Like I
They're
went
really
for a drive.
difficult to sneak up on. Really difficult. Can you set up a bait or something?
Well, yeah,
Like
baits.
something like a couple of chicken legs or
Yeah, the
something.
thing is
hang them up
I've
from a
used.
tree.
I got to get him out in the open is the problem. Like I said, it's just so thick. We're more hills, and we're more of like ranch, not farm. So it's a lot. There's more woods and tall grass than there is fields. So like they have way too much place to hide in, and like
You
so
can try to find an edge of a forest and set up like an A-frame and put like a chicken leg or something hanging from
I've used
the top
live.
of
I've
the
done
A-frame.
everything you can imagine. It's this thing
You've
where
used
like I
live
saw him
bait.
this morning
All your
running
sheep
across the
are-
field, but I wasn't ready to shoot. Anytime
your
I have a
sheep have
gun and I'm
been
ready
live
to
bait.
shoot, I never see him. Like they just know. But whenever I'm out there and I'm not ready
Asshole.
to shoot, there he is. Like I mean, I was on the freaking
I bet
zero
he's
turn
French.
mowing.
He's French.
Must
he's
be a
laughing at
Hexican.
you. He's like, hey, I come and
He's a
eat your
smart
stupid sheep.
bugger.
Here I go again.
Roadrunner.
It's totally. I feel like I'm living in a cartoon with that dude. Like
Fuck you,
it's
General.
I saw him
Come and
this
eat your
morning.
sheep.
Well, the first
You
time
never
I
catch
really got a
me.
good look at him, he wasn't even scared of me. I was on the zero turn mower, and so I wasn't paying much attention. I look up and I'm like, "What the heck?" And he was walking at me, and he
like,
close
yeah,
to like 70 yards, just coming walking towards me, like curious. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I stop finally, and he stops, and he kind of turns and walks parallel to me at that point, but he's still not scared. I'm like, "What in the world?" This like it freaked me out. So I had a pistol on me. And so I got it out, and just as I was about to get the sights on him, he's like, "Oh, better go," and takes off. So like,
so long, sucker, and then he goes.
yeah,
Toying
I'm like,
with you.
Yeah. Fucking hell, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It must. Yeah, I got some demon infested dog that's totally. But and 2 or 3 days after that, I got charged by 3 pit bulls.
What they
Luckily, I
charge
had a
you with?
gun in my hand at that point because that would have been out of. Where'd Torrin go? Oh, he's dog food. They saw me and just charged like that
They
fast.
charged at
Not
you.
even a.
I was like, you got
Did you
charged,
have
like
to shoot him?
the
or-
SEC brought their pit bulls and
Yeah, I got
gave
2
you
of
a
them.
summons. You're
And
charged
the third
with.
one got away. That's the second time that's happened too. The first time it was
What
2
are
pit
stray
bulls.
dogs
And,
or what?
yeah, the people dump dogs out. We're only like 8 miles from the center of
So
town.
does it
It's like
Yeah.
does it help at all that you have one of those crazy legs? If they on that one, is it like, do you get
yeah,
extra
they
time?
get confused just a half second longer, long enough for me
Yeah.
to pop one between their eyes. Yep,
Nice.
they are. What the? No.
What the hell, man?
Actually,
Ninja
This is
Turtles.
nothing like the ad said, man.
it may be. I don't.
This
I'm
chicken
really
leg
good with-
fucking sucks, man.
Well, it's really funny. If I have my leg on, nobody knows. It's only when I'm on crutches that it's obvious. But
I would have never known before you sent that fucking Halloween picture with that fucking hockey stick for a leg, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, it
I
works out
hadn't.
perfect.
I hadn't like. I did. I'm sure I haven't paid too close attention because, like, obviously you've spoken about it at some point, but it's just
Yeah, it
never
just comes up when
registered.
it does.
Yeah,
It's not even a
just
thing
never
to me.
registered.
Sometimes I forget myself. Like if I go back and forth between wearing my leg every day and not, just depending on what's going on.
Yes.
And if like if I've been on crutches for like a week and then I wear my leg for like 3 or 4 days and then go back to crutches, I'll think I still have my leg on sometimes and like stand up and be like,
Oh.
whoa,
Oh, one leg shy. God damn it!
God,
Happened again. Happened again.
I
goddamn
only one
roaches.
time did I actually stand up and try and make a step and went bam, I think alcohol had something to do
I
with
think
that.
I had a. Did
That
I?
was a while ago.
Did I tell the joke? I already told the joke. I'm not gonna tell it again. But, I did tell a joke about the dude who was falling over because he was so drunk.
Go for it, man. I've heard all the best one-legged
No,
jokes.
okay. So the guy was sitting in the in the bar next to the barkeeper, and I was like, "I'll have a double whiskey, please." And the barkeeper's like, "Dude, you're pretty tanked, so this is gonna be your last shot." And he gives him the double whiskey, and the guy's like, I can drink for hours, man. And he jugs the whiskey, falls flat on his ass on the floor because he's so fucking drunk, and the barkeeper has to come up and lift him up on the chair, and he like pulls his shit together, and he's like, yeah, give me another one. And the barkeeper's like, nah, fuck you, man, you're going home, like you're not having anything here. And the dude tries to, like, he gets up and he fucking falls flat on the floor again. And the bouncer comes and fucking drags the dude out, like, oh my god, you're drunk, and he's throwing up. And he's like, oh man, I can pull this off, man. So the bouncer hangs the dude up next to a light post, waiting for a taxi. A taxi comes in. The guy grabs a door and he's like hanging on the door. Gets in the cab, and he gets to his house, and he's like really wants to be quiet. So he's like crawling up the stairs to his bedroom, and he takes his clothes off on the floor, and he crawls next to the missus, like trying to be really quiet. But the missus goes like, "So you went to the pub?" Yeah, I went for a few, but I'm back. I'm not too drunk. And the wife's like, well, I don't know if you're drunk or not, but they called from the bar and said you left your wheelchair.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I don't know where I told it first. I think I told it to Hexenair because he's a gentleman. I told it to him like on a one-to-one type of a conversation. And he was like, I don't know, what if somebody is handicapped and actually in a wheelchair? And I was like, so what are they, like, you just go to the second story of the building and you tell the joke from there.
I've forgotten a lot of my those kind of jokes. I had some good ones for a while, but yeah,
but those guys are really like fans of pretty dark humor. I had a
there's
friend
actually
who was
a amputee.
I had a friend who was a nurse, in a hospital where they treated like pretty much all the amputees that we get over here in Finland. Because we're never at war anywhere, and so that means hardly nobody blows their legs off. It's
well,
really
most people
rare.
lose them from medical, from older people. That's the bulk of it. Like I went to the VA for a while from the start, and they don't even know how to treat people that
How
are
did you
active
lose
in
your
the
leg?
VA. It was a gunshot after the service, though. It was a training exercise,
Oh,
weapon malfunction
motherfucker.
/ my fault. So yeah, I don't really.
God.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it was
Must have
kind of
hurt like
God's
a
plan
bitch.
thing to me. It's only made me better, I swear to God. Like I missed some I was highly
Is
highly
it
active. I
above?
was
Is it
writing,
above the knee or below the knee?
yeah, above the knee.
Above the knee.
Yeah, and I was put into a research study too where with the VA and OU medicine. So I was the first one to get this new kind of way of wrapping the stump and I should have said no, but so like I have no nothing at the end. It's just bone. So I write. It took me a long time to be able to just for that bone to heal up and be able to just take being rode on constantly. But once I got to that point, then it's been a lot better. But so I have it's an interesting shape. It's not just like a half a hot dog like a lot of people have. It's actually more like a
Like the end of a
muscle.
ham.
Yeah, because of the way they tied it. So it just took the right prosthetist to take care of me. And so I actually had to go to like 3 or 4 clinics, and I found one guy who was really good, who was able to fit me good because I'm highly active on it. Like I said, if I have my leg on, nobody knows that I'm
Yeah.
an amputee. So I break stuff. The VA had me testing new products that they wanted to use for a while, but they stopped because they realized I was way too hard on stuff compared to the average user, so it wasn't a good test case. There, yeah.
Or
I
actually
break
a perfect
everything.
test case, but yeah.
Well, no, but they don't build
I
no.
I went to 4 or 5 prostitutes before I learned to spell prosthetist, and then it got really better really fast.
Exactly. I was hoping someone would pick that one up.
Do you
Man,
have
I had to wait so long. I started to feel like this jumping pain on my neck here. The joke wanted to come out.
do you have that do they call it tremors where
Phantom
you
pains.
phantom pain.
Yeah. I don't get them. I was really active on mine from the start. Like I never even had to have any revisional surgeries. Almost every amputee gets like 2, and then most people get 4 or 5 or 6 revisional
What
surgeries afterwards.
they like take more stuff out.
Yeah, usually bone spurs and
Dude,
rewrap and yeah, whatever.
dude,
But
that sucks.
yeah, and that can cause, I think that's a big cause. Well, that's part of the cause of the problems, just continuing to overly aggravate it instead of healing. And but so being active right away too, right after everything's been tremendously transformed, being active right away helps everything regrow or change in a way that's going to be more suitable. If you put it off too long, then you're going to have more problems. So I got active immediately right away, and so I don't get them as bad as what some people do, but when I do, they're absolute torture. Like usually I get just sporadic ones that come and go so fast I don't hardly even notice them anymore. But sometimes I get them where they'll last a full 24 hours, and that's just can't even sleep. There's no way. It's like feels like someone's literally like sawing through my bone all over. Again, it's crazy.
Oh man.
It's a fascinating subject, actually, the whole nerve thing, because the best way that they found to fix it is through repairing the mental neurological link. So they use a mirror box to trick the brain into thinking that you still have it. It's wild. So I'm like, well, I don't need to trick it.
You watch
Just to tell my
somebody.
fucking brain.
You watch somebody else scratch a plastic hand that's in one of those mirror boxes, and then somebody scratches your actual hand next to it. It only takes a couple of seconds for the brains to mix those two up because of the feeling and the sensation there on your actual hand that everybody flinches when they suddenly hit the hand with a hammer or something.
Oh, Bit Finesse. Love you, brother. You know why? And so I'm trying to catch up with Bit. I'll be going Mach 10 the rest of my life trying to catch up with his stacking.
Oh yeah, that dude never stops, man. I love you, Pete Finesse. You're my boy.
So lucky to have him around.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy to have on your side. He's like, imagine if shit goes like Mad Max. You want to know?
I
guys
just
like
said
Pete
that
Finesse.
yesterday. I'm like, Bit Finesse is gonna rule all of us road warriors. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
everyone's already
Yeah,
moving to their RVs.
He's gonna be
and
like
on the road
humongous, but
He's gonna
eat
be-
just rolled oats and fucking figs.
I told that to Paul yesterday, wasn't it?
Where's your
Didn't I tell you that, Paul?
gasoline?
Or was that, yeah, it was Paul. We were talking about RV parks and stuff like that. And
Yeah, you could
being on
start
the
from
road
an
and-
RV park and then like build a fencing around it and then like your own water towers and shit. Then you start gathering fuel. That's usually how it begins.
we got our tanker, our king.
Yeah, or even like several. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll need a whole clan of tankers. Trained by Bit Finesse though, only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bitfinesse, start making up the patches, the armband that you want to wear.
Yeah.
We'll have
Awesome.
Crypto Truth make it for you.
Awesome.
He's like a one-man army.
Oh, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I want a Bit Finesse.
He's like
road,
the one-man army where he is both the general and his driver.
Exactly.
and untouchable.
Yeah.
And everyone wants in his army.
You could have like a military style dress where the other half is like a grunt and the other half is 3-star general.
There's another script or cartoon idea right there. I keep wanting to see a cartoon, like a real cartoon. Like if we could get the poor pleb
Yeah,
animators
like
to
imagine
do
what
Hexicans.
crap cartoons have become. What fucking utter gay bullshit. The entire scene is just like fucking fist fucking Spider-Man and his gay new boyfriend. Like, oh man, I just found myself. This is super. Like, who the fuck wants to read that shit? Like,
Obviously you. I'm not watching
fucking
that. I didn't
80
see any of
years.
that.
I don't read none of that shit, but like that stuff spills over onto my Telegram feed. I'm fucking disgusted. I'm not a
It's
paying
okay.
customer.
Somebody
I'm not even
needs to keep an
downloading
eye on
that
it.
shit for free.
Yeah.
Well, what
But
did
I could produce like real good comic books without like the gay agenda.
who was it that
put up
did
my
that
own
incredibly
money.
gay duo where they ride back to back on a penis mobile?
There were the Pale Force, Conan O'Brien, and was the other guy who had the bacon jokes, Jim Gaffigan.
Gaffigan. Oh yeah.
Pale
that
Force.
guy.
They shot lasers from their nipples. Pale Force.
All right, guys, we've been 1 hour 43 minutes.
Sorry I was late, guys.
I appreciate you joining.
Last
You've been
time.
on for an hour.
It was a good idea.
We waited for you. Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
good idea
Yeah.
to get on still. I think we wasted a perfectly good time here, guys.
You're right.
Nobody's gonna get this hour back. That's like
But it's still here. We can have
we're like
this hour back as much as we want.
1,120 days in on our first 5-5-5-5 stakes. So there's plenty more days like this to go, guys.
There you go.
We're 20% way in.
Sorry.
20%
Already.
20% in already. It's only 12 years to go. Tweet.
Whoop. Wow.
Wow.
Die
Let me
before you know
reflect on
it.
that.
Yeah,
Oh, my
that just
goodness.
hit me like a ton of bricks.
Mm-hmm.
12 years is so much less than 15.
Don't say the years, just say 20%. We're 20% in.
20% there.
Percentages.
Like if this is the entire thing, We were already.
Wow.
It's the first leg is done. Yeah.
All right.
Happy tree hugging friends. This is freaking awesome.
It's like DJ Crypto.
It seems like food coins have been very popular.
I can't hear shit. What the fuck, man? I can't hear.